Welcome everybody, and today we're taking a look at the third film in Universal Horror's Monsters and Curiosities from Umbrella Entertainment. So this third film is 1927's The Cat and the Canary, and it is the first of three films that the director Paul Lenny will have done in this release, as all three of his films are on this second disc. Now, I've not seen anything else from him before, but obviously I will have done by the time we have looked at this second disc in its entirety. And yeah, The Cat and the Canary is a comedy horror film, clocking in at 80 minutes long. And it stars like Sir Forrest Stanley, who I've not seen anything else from before, but weirdly enough, he has an uncredited role in Curse of the Undead, which is also part of this box set. You've also got Tully Marshall, who was in The Hunchback of Notre Dame. Didn't mention him in that review because it wasn't a major role, but again, interesting that we've got another actor from that film in this box set. And yeah, we've also got, he was also in the 1932 version of Scarface and the 1929 film Thunderbolt, not to be mistaken for the Jackie Chan one from the mid-90s that we've also recently looked at. Also stars Gertrude Astor, who I've seen in a lot of films, 23 apparently, but all of them bar one were uncredited roles, which is a little bit of a shame because she was reasonably impressive in this. The only other credited role that I've seen her in is in a minor role in The Scarlet Claw, which is one of the several Sherlock Holmes films starring Basil Rathbone. And again, we've got Arthur Edmund Kerry, who was in Phantom of the Opera. So we've got some cross-pollination here between previous films and other ones we've looked at in the past. So relatives gather at a haunted mansion for a will reading where the sole heir is threatened by a clause that could disinherit her if she goes mad, all while a homicidal maniac escapes nearby. So although this definitely benefits from its shorter running time compared to the other silent films we've looked at so far in this release, that is thankfully not the only positive that this film has going for it. That is because there is also a few laughs. The cast is good. There are several inventive intertitles that are good at either emphasizing the comedy or the horror. So the intertitles are the bits where there's some writing that comes up on the screen to tell you what the characters are saying or thinking or anything like that. And yeah, normally they're just writing basically. But this is the first film that I've seen where the intertitles are kind of stylish in certain ways. There's one scene where a character mentions something about this being a haunted house or not wanting to go into this house or something, and the intertitles come scroll, so to emphasize how they are saying it. And then there's another part where someone finds is like scared of a ghost, and they go ghost, like Scooby Doo would do, which I haven't really seen before. And then there's all scenes where the it's all caps ghost is said, and the intertitles are all wavy to emphasize the fact that there might be a ghost there, like an apparition or something like that. So yeah, those are really, really well done, and certainly a lot more different than other intertitles that I've seen before. The pacing is also on point. Though the cinematography is overall solid, there are also a couple of interesting shots here that I haven't seen in other films from the same period. So we've got a POV shot that heavily reminded me of Halloween, where mysterious a mysterious person is unlocking a safe. And then we also have a zoom-in shot that heavily reminded me of the scene in Jaws on the beach. Is also used in this. So yeah, even though the cinematography is overall solid, it is also a couple of those shots that really did stand out compared to other films from this period that I've seen so far. It is also predominantly engaging and the production is decent. So this is another 4-star film in this box set, 3 for 3 so far in that regard. And yeah, that is a surprise because, as I have said in the past, silent films typically, you know, do challenge me in a way in certain regards because I have to admit I do struggle with the lack of ambient noise or talking or score that is made for the film itself rather than being done after the fact. To try and complement it. So, yeah, but on the whole, yeah, a really, really solid effort and one that I enjoyed far more than I was expecting to. So, yeah, I have seen the other two versions of The Cat and the Canary that are in the English language that are actually available out there. One from 1939 with Bob Hope. I think we've talked about that before via Eureka release at some point. Um, and then there was a 1978 version with oh, forgotten the name now, but it's one that is British set and yeah, mainly a British cast, I believe. So yeah, but this is probably my second favorite of the three that I've seen. There are probably more out there, but yeah, probably my second favorite of the three. The 1939 version is probably still the ultimate version because I feel like that gets the comedy across a lot better. Whereas this would being a silent film, I feel like the comedy is a little bit harder to get across that format. But nonetheless, this is in 1:33:1 aspect ratio, black and white, of course. Although it has the 2.0 DTS HDMA audio, it's not really all that important given it's only the score that you are hearing in this film being the silent one. And yeah, the intertitles are in English. And yeah, just a really solid start. So I'm really looking forward to what the director can do with the next two films on this disc. So we've got the Man Who Laughs and The Last Warning. The Man Who Laughs has had a Eureka release in the past, I believe. So did the Cat and the Canary as well, by the way. Even though The Last Warning has had a Eureka release in the past, it isn't currently available on their store, so you'd have to go second hand for that if you could find it anywhere. And ultimately, maybe the price would be a lot more than the £15 that it was originally. But still, yeah, looking forward to seeing what Paul Lenny can do in the future. But regardless, yeah, this is a really good effort. And if you're looking for a a comedy horror that is silent to watch, perhaps for your first time being into the silent film genre, then yeah, this could be very well be a good introduction into that kind of way of filmmaking. So yeah, on the whole, a impressive effort, and yeah, another solid film in this box set so far. So yeah, like I said, 3 for 3 so far in positive reviews for these films, and hopefully that hit rate continues. But nonetheless, if you have seen The Cat and the Canary before, I'd like to hear your thoughts on it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.